First, fast, accurate with Jennifer Copeland and Rick Shutt. You're watching WSBT-22 News at 6.
New at 6, sexual assault on university campuses. It is one of the most serious issues facing universities, talking across the country.
And a new documentary called The Hunting Ground looks at campus rape and the impact on students and their families. Now, the film, which is getting national attention, includes some schools in our area. WSBT-22's Zach Crenshaw is live at IU South Bend, where the film was just shown this afternoon. And Zach, a discussion about the film is taking place right now, but it's not the first in our area.
No, it's not, Rick. There have been 3 panel discussions at Notre Dame and St. Mary's this month alone. The film has been screened at each of those schools once, and both of them are heavily featured in the film. Now, students at those schools are calling for change, and the administration say they're listening.
The problem of sexual assault on campuses is enormous.
Notre Dame and St. Mary's College are both featured in The Hunting Ground, and that has students talking.
So this conversation has been, I believe, starting since April 9th when they showed The Hunting Ground. Since then, there has been conversation, recommendations, and an online petition. For the recommendations, we got over 200 signatures to present to the administration last Friday, and then online, there's over 300 alums. St. Mary's administration is taking notice.
There are problems. We're realizing those from hearing what the students are saying and listening to them.
There's a lot of overlap in this tri-campus community, but if a sexual assault happens here at St. Mary's College, then St. Joseph County Police are in charge. But if the crime happened at Notre Dame, then it's Notre Dame Security Police doing the investigation. And students say the lack of consistency is a problem. St. Mary's spokesperson Gwen O'Brien says the all-women's college and Notre Dame communicate, but they aren't the same.
They're separate institutions, so what happens over there and how they handle things, there are processes there and discussions and what have you that we are not a part of. Students, like Elizabeth Mahoney, say their recommendation addresses that.
An unbiased, independent third party to investigate all of the sexual assaults that happen in the tri-campus community. That's what we want.
Elizabeth says the students' call for change is being heard, and both groups are confident the conversation is the beginning of that change.
We want to know that the future generations are taken care of, and we want to know that there's more transparency and more dialogue between both the students and the administration regarding this topic.
This is all good. Only good things can come from this.
Now, within this last hour, there's a packed cafeteria here at IU South Bend for the screening and discussion. And also at 5 this afternoon, tonight, St. Mary's President Carol Mooney sat down with students to hear their concerns and recommendations. She sent out an email to the entire student body, inviting them to have a conversation with just her, no faculty or other staff. Now, that meeting began at 5, like I mentioned, and we have a full list of student concerns on our website, wsbt.com. Reporting live in South Bend, Zach Crenshaw, WSBT-22 News.
Well, Notre Dame is also responding to student concerns today. In a letter published in the student newspaper, Notre Dame President Father John Jenkins wrote, quote, "Regrettably, Notre Dame isn't immune to sexual assault, as our annual crime reporting indicates. In fact, we've seen spikes in reporting in recent years, which may be an indicator of a courageous willingness of survivors to come forward. As shaken as we may be by reports of sexual violence among us, we are also unashamedly resolved to address it head-on in the hope of one day of eradicating it." WSBT-22 has contacted the University of Notre Dame about this story. We will continue to work to find out how Notre Dame leaders plan to address this issue.